wondlu likaZulu. Ngelinye ilanga uyoba inkosi ebusa phezu kwawo wonke amakhosi. Awunanga ndawo. Yangizwa na? Wathona esavundla esweni sikanini.
Lo mfana lo usaba ngimfuna aguqe la. Phambi kwami njengamanje.
Inkosi uSenzagakhona kajama ngobaba wami futhi ngiyohlezi ngingwabaZulu.
An African folklore that actually took place. History written and told and passed down from generation to generation. From the word of mouth to our history classes, Shaka has been a subject everywhere you go as an African and even on the globe. With the movie being released in the early 1990s and now DStv as Mzansi Magic are giving us Shaka Ilembe, a different way of telling the series in a unique way. I got to sit down with Senzo Redebe, who plays Senzagakhona, on Shaka Ilembe as Shaka's father. There's so much that the story promises, but here's what he had to tell you and I. You turned 29 on the 29th. How is that going?
Ah, man, beautiful, beautiful. You know, when you turn 29 on the 29th and everything is just going your way, God is good. God is good.
So Shaka is an iconic story that everybody learns in history class here in Africa, and even just globally, this is one of the stories that have been told about the African dynasty, the kings that walked this land, the legacy that goes into the story. So beautiful, you know, just a piece of history that we hold on to as Africans. Was it hard for you or scary to enter such a big universe, and also seeing that the Shaka that was released in 1990 was such a big thing as well? So was this scary for you heading into auditions? How are you feeling, you know, knowing that you're going to be part of such a big part of history?
Yes, it was quite scary, one, because I did not know if I'll be able to play as truthfully as possible. Once I got the audition, once I got the casting, well, once I was casted, I just let God to take the wheel. I was just trusting him to guide me and my ancestors to guide me. So here we are today.
That's amazing. You guys filmed in Cradle Creek Natural Reserve, and I'm pretty sure, the production took a whole lot to ensure that you became one with the times then, from costume to just the nature being in the background. How was it like waking up on set knowing that this is not your Isono, this is not Mvango, you're coming into like a whole different world as an actor?
Out of body experience. I think shooting there really helped for us to channel, to forget about ourselves and just focus so much on the character and be able to get into the character fully, being surrounded by nature, being one with nature and the costume and everything that was there made possible for you to get into character fully, basically.
Now, you spoke on Isono when you were playing your character Abednego that you decide to channel people before you get into the character. And it was hard for you to channel Abednego on that particular series because this was a different story to tell. This is a historic man you're playing. You're playing Senzagakhona, Shaka's father. Who did you channel to finally grasp the character?
I think the beautiful thing about Senzagakhona, I didn't have to channel anyone, right? I had to ask. Senzagakhona was alive, right? I'm playing a character that was alive. And as Zulu people, you can ask for guidance from people who were alive, right? All you have to do, ukuthi ucele from amadlozi, and then from there, you just hope they say yes. And I guess they said yes.
You star along the beautiful Nomzamo Bata, who's your love interest in this one. It's a tragic love story, but I want to hear from your perspective, sharing the screen with her, those intimate scenes, those dramatic scenes. How was it like, the chemistry on camera and even off camera?
It was beautiful, man. It was really beautiful. Nomzamo is such a darling to work with because she makes you feel comfortable first. So we never had a weird moment or an awkward moment, because we would discuss the scenes first and just see how we feel about the scenes. So, hey, man, I want to work with her again and again and again, because she's such a darling to work with. You know what I mean? And the way she was smart about it, because she would ask you questions that would make you comfortable first, right? You don't just go right into the scene. She would just ask you about things, make jokes. By the time you shoot the scene, man, you're all good. You know what I mean? So it was a beautiful experience, off screen and on screen.
You've spoken about comfortability, but the costume in this particular, series is very unique. I know it's truly African, but people are bearing it all out. And even on your Instagram, you shared a video that was, showing everything. Was it uncomfortable, being around the women, just in nature as you guys were? How did you adapt to, walking onto set and everybody is in nature?
Hey, the first day was, for a lack of a better word, it was weird, right? Seeing so many people naked in one place, right? And you are there wearing a thong. I don't know if that thing is called a thong. You are just there, and man, it felt weird for a minute until we all spoke and everyone was comfortable. And I mean, once you're reminded why you're doing something, it makes you more comfortable. You know what I mean? All we had to do is to remember what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Now, music and dancing was a big part of the first Shaka. Are we going to see a lot of choreo? I know there's a lot of action with the spears and the wars, but the music and the dancing aspect, can we expect that in Shaka Ilembe?
Yes, everything. Everything. We made sure, especially with Zulu people, we pride ourselves in dancing and singing. So, of course, you can expect that fully.
Let's speak about the characters. You play Shaka's dad, and your love interest Nomzamo plays Nandi, who is his mother. But amongst the entire cast, I mean, a lot of beautiful people are in this, with Tando Duma as well. But amongst all the characters that are portrayed now, which one do you resonate with the most as an individual?
As an individual, my character. Hey, I really resonate with Senzagakhona. Senzagakhona was misunderstood, and I feel like half the time I get misunderstood or I get judged. And you have to take time to know me. And just like Senzagakhona, people had to, they misjudged him and they misunderstood him a lot. You know what I mean? They would confuse his confidence for arrogance. And it wasn't like that, you know what I mean? So I really, really resonate with Senzagakhona.
Yeah. As we come to the end, this is my second last question. You've spoken about being Zulu, and this story is very close to you. What does it mean for you personally to, these stories are passed down around the fire. Gogo probably said it, you learn it in history. But personally as Senzo, how does this make you feel to, have an input and even the significance it has for you as a Zulu man?
One, as an actor, you always have to look back to it. This is it for me. When I would always look back and say, I played Senzagakhona. Senzagakhona, the story Shaka is going to be alive for years to come. And so my name is going to be included. And for me, that's a big thing. That is a huge thing. Two, just telling our stories as the Zulu nation, and I have to be part of it, for me is big. My son is 7 months right now. 10, 20 years later, he will say my father played Senzagakhona. So it's a beautiful thing for me, and it's a huge thing.
Lastly, you've spoken about the bigger picture for you is holding your own production house and running it and telling stories in your way, in a beautiful way. What's the one thing you've picked up from production on Shaka Ilembe that you're definitely going to utilize when you bring, the Senzo production house into fruition?
Don't cut corners, man. Don't cut corners. if you have, I mean, a production that big, one, we needed so much resources and we did not cut corners. We had to get everything we needed to get. We had to pay everyone what they wanted. You know what I mean? So it's what I picked up from it, that nobody felt like we cut corners here. Don't cut corners, you know?
Yeah.
If someone says if someone's gonna charge you 100 rand, pay them 100 rand. Don't try to go around it. Just pay what you need to pay so that you can get a beautiful production.
Hit me, yeah.